Cancers, we're doing your reading for October 2023. Everything that you need to know you can find in my description box. And as always, you only take what is resonating specifically for yourself. Okay, right, so Cancers, what's coming in towards you guys for October? What's coming in towards Cancers, please? Cancer Collective's energy. Okay, just one more. Right. Outside influences, Cancers, the Four of Wands, a celebration. Beautiful, beautiful energy, a celebration. Did I say outside influences? I do apologize. It's inside influences. I always start with inside influences. I don't know why I said outside influences, but there we go. I mean, a celebration. I mean, fair enough. That sounds a lot like you're going to be celebrating with others. They could be celebrating of a house move. They could be celebrating of a wedding or of an engagement. Someone else's anniversary, something like that. Okay, yeah, outside influences, the Queen of Cups, empathy, right? So inside, outside. I honestly don't know why I misspoke with that one. It's really weird. Empathy, Queen of Cups. Someone has got a lot of empathy towards you here, Cancers. They're showing you a lot of sympathy as well, and I'm feeling that there is definitely a celebration of you. Someone's celebrating you here. Okay. What you don't see coming, the Ten of Swords, conclusions. Okay. Conclusions to an issue. Conclusions to something, like definitely a cycle coming to an end. See, in this particular deck, it's not as abrupt as the traditional Ten of Swords. You know, where the guy's sort of lying down on the ground and he's got all of the swords sticking out of him. This one's not as abrupt. This feels more like a natural moving on from a lifestyle or from a situation here, Cancers. And the majority of yous are going to be really, really happy about this conclusion as well. This empathy card is speaking of some kind of challenges. See with the mountains behind her. You're putting some kind of challenge behind you here, Cancers. A challenge pertaining to an influence outside of you. So perhaps there was a challenge in relationship or a challenge in connection, and you're putting that behind you. And you're glad for it with the celebration. You're happy to be ending something, concluding this particular connection or relationship. A part of you does feel a bit sorry for them as well, or perhaps this is someone here that's offering you some kind of empathy, but then you're like, I don't need it. I'm not sad about this. You know, I don't need a shoulder to cry on because I'm not sad about it. I'm glad. I'm glad to be moving on from this. Which is good, Cancers, because it's showing that you've got a lot of strength and a lot of determination. I feel with these conclusions being for what it is that you don't see coming, I feel for some of yous there was probably a little bit of dependence on someone else giving you some kind of closure here, but you're actually giving yourself the closure and the conclusions. Okay, that's why it's going to be a bit of a... Oh, didn't see that one coming. You're giving yourself closure. Okay, so we're going to put these cards up along the back so we can refer back to them throughout your reading. And we are going to pull your tarot. What's under there? Charisma with the Queen of Wands. Wow. Yeah, you've got a lot of charisma at this point in time, Cancers, and you're definitely going to utilize it. And funnily enough, look at her throne. You got 4 wands on the throne, 2 at the back, 2 at the front, and your first card out was the 4 of wands. You're taking your rightful place on that throne, which is the throne of power, of confidence, of drive, of passion and ambition. You're very, very powerful this month, Cancers. Really, really powerful. Very charismatic. So you're attracting to you everything that you need. You don't have to chase anything because you're attracting it all naturally. Let's come in towards Cancer's collective, please, for October 2023. Can we have a 9-card spread for our Cancerian collective, please? The throat's gone all weird. Someone's needing to do a root chakra meditation or clearing. Well, this is the moment right before you put something behind you. And to put that something behind you is going to require a conversation, but it might well be a difficult conversation. Okay, right, that feels good. The Page of Wands is your first card out. Feeling inspired, feeling impassioned. Yeah, there you go, see? 3 of Swords. And the 5 of Swords. Yeah, you're no longer taking any kind of bullshit here, Cancers. Alright. I'm feeling that this is actually going to take someone by surprise here. Because for a while, this individual was playing games with you. They were making you feel some kind of way about yourself, and I'm genuinely seeing that you're turning the tables on them. It's like you're telling someone enough with the games. I'm not playing these games anymore, enough. Yeah, Tower. Ace of Wands. 9 of Swords. You're dealing with someone who's quite selfish here, Cancers. They're more worried about themselves than they are you. I'm feeling a backfire here with this particular Tower. If someone's wished ill on you, Cancers, you can rest easy knowing that their ill wishes against you have backfired. Okay? If someone's been casting bad energies in your direction in order to cause you some kind of disruption, that's backfired. Any kind of energy manipulations. 3 of Cups. Knight of Swords. And the King of Cups. This Knight of Swords is giving me a little bit of a strange vibe. Okay, Cancers. I'm trying to feel out the accompanying energy with this one. It's giving me a bit of a... It's distrustful. It feels distrustful. I'm going to have to clarify that one. It's difficult to read, which tells me, Cancers, that you're dealing with someone who is concealing something. It's under there. The Chariot. It's your major arcana at the bottom of that deck. You taking charge, you taking control. You sitting in the driver's seat. And the Knight of Coins under there. Yeah, you should have done it a while ago, Cancers. But the fact is, like, you're doing something about it now, which is really, really good. Can you tell us about that Knight of Swords, please? Why am I getting a distrustful energy off of that Knight of Swords? The fact that that Knight of Swords is travelling straight towards 3 of Cups is a bit strange to me. I know it says in this deck that it's called Abundance, but it feels like someone was being used. Especially with this, look, 3 of Swords, 5 of Swords, Tower, 9 of Swords. That's why I'm feeling that someone was being used here. Can you tell us that Knight, the Knight of Swords, why am I getting... It's funny. The world off balance, yeah. Okay, so you bringing an end to this situation or this relationship, you are going to be met with resistance, okay? The world off balance. So that's someone who doesn't want the situation to end. They're not on board with your plan, okay? They're not supporting what this is that you're wanting to do. They would rather just repeat the same old cycle over and over and over and over. They don't want to change. They don't want to adapt. They don't want to heal. They're okay with being stuck in this rut. What's this 3 of Cups, please? Why is that Knight charging towards the 3 of Cups? Thank you. The Star in reverse. And you would have heard how heavy that was when that came out then. Came out with quite a loud plop noise. Yeah, the Star in reverse. You've lost hope in this particular situation, Cancer. It's like, you know at this point in time it is pointless to be going around and round and round and round in circles. You're suspicious of whoever this is that you're dealing with. You're suspicious that they have been dealing with someone else. Or you're suspicious that as soon as you turn your back, they're going to go running off to someone else. The Star in reverse can also indicate that someone is feeling really insecure. So there's definitely an unhealthy attachment style that's going on within this read, Cancers. I feel that someone is unhealthily attached to you, and that they feel that they're unable to do anything without your input or without you doing it for them. So they're heavily reliant on you. Can you tell us about his Tower? Tell us about his Tower, please. The Cancers. Thank you. It's off balance, whatever it is. The Queen of Coins. The Queen of Coins off balance. Now, normally that's about long-term commitment. It's about someone being really, really smart. I'm feeling a destructive force here. Did this person destroy something that belonged to you, Cancers? Something that you had for a really long time? They broke something of yours? I'm not just talking about your heart. I mean, some kind of possession. Or they will break a really valuable possession of yours in order to try and hurt you. They're feeling really bitter and venomous towards you, Cancers. So they're looking for ways of punishing you, basically. That is definitely going to backfire onto them. Definitely. And clarify the King of Cups, please. For Cancers. Clarify the King of Cups. Thank you. The King of Coins in reverse and Death in the upright position. What's under there? The Empress. Yeah. Some of you are the divine feminine here. Now, it doesn't make a difference if you identify as being masculine or feminine. You can still embody the Empress energy, okay? It just means that you're leaning more into your mode of being rather than your mode of doing, okay? So your Emperor is doing, and your Empress is being, because it's yin, yang, feminine, masculine, okay? It's not about the actual gender of a person at all, okay? So you're in this state of being, and you've recognized that this kind of bullshit, it isn't you. It isn't serving you, and in fact, if anything, it is stopping you. So we see with your first card out there, the Page of Wands, it's like, yeah, do you know what? I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I know I'm going to give it my best shot. Okay? You're determined. You're determined to succeed. And it's indicating with this King of Coins reversed and Death, to clarify this King of Cups. I mean, it could be that some of you were dealing with a Scorpio. It could be, or that could be another placement in your own chart. You've also got heavy Capricorn. You could be dealing with another Cancerian, a Gemini, an Aquarius, a Leo, a Virgo, okay, a Taurus. You could be, but you don't have to be, right? A King of Coins in reverse with the Queen of Coins off balance. That's some kind of long-term situation here, where they're going off in their separate ways. And the one who did not initiate this is feeling really embittered about it, and is basically trying to think of ways of hurting you, Cancer. You're liberating yourself here. A King of Coins in reverse, that can also indicate some kind of financial abuse as well. This is a person that you thought loved you. That's why it's to clarify the King of Cups. This is the one that you thought was your forever person. But then as time went on, you grew to learn that they weren't actually a provider. You were the one that was doing all of the providing, and they were the ones that was doing all of the taking, and they saw nothing wrong with that. That's why some of you were feeling used. How I mentioned earlier that someone was feeling used. You're looking at creating something new here, Cancers. Mind with that Empress energy. And the fact that the Ace of Wands is the card that is central to everything else that's going on around you is because you're wanting to do something new here. Clarify that Ace of Wands for Cancers, please. Ace of Wands. Okay, yeah, Two of Cups in reverse. That's a breakup, it's a separation. I don't know what else to say about this energy, Cancers. It's like, it feels really bittersweet, you know, because on one hand, it's like, you know that you did your best in a situation, and you know that you took it as far as it could possibly go. But by the same token, you were the one that was getting repeatedly hurt. And for what? It's like, I'm hearing someone say, what have I got to show for it? Do you know what I mean? But isn't that the whole point, Cancers? 10 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, you did everything. You were doing everything. Some of yous were being used. But the whole point is, you can now move on. Like, this is within your control. The fact that your major arcana was the overall energy here, You're in full control of this. And remembering as well that the Chariot, not only is it your major arcana, but it's a card of victory. It's willpower. It's forward movement. For a bit, you felt like you were being pulled in two opposing directions. It's like, on one hand, you felt a duty of care towards this individual. And there was some kind of mixed message about that duty of care being love. But then it's like you also wanted to, or want to, pursue the new things, the things that are in alignment with you, the things that are going to help contribute to you having a pleasant life. I mean, trust me when I say, look, you don't need to be a tarot expert of any kind to see the Three of Swords, the Five of Swords. It even tells you there, sorrow, defeat, despair and cruelty, the Tower, this untrustworthy energy with the Knight of Swords because someone doesn't want their free ride to end. You don't need to be a tarot expert of any kind to see that for yourself. And this is why I never fudge or fake what is coming out in these spreads. Number one, there's no point, and number two, that's bad juju. You can see this. You can see it. And the Two of Cups in reverse to clarify the Ace of Wands. You're wanting to try something that is going to be putting that spark back in your soul, that passion back in the center of your chest, you know, that reason for your life purpose. That's what you're wanting to pursue. But there's also this understanding that you're not going to be able to pursue that and to create a lifestyle that you're happy with for as long as this person is expecting to get a free ride off of you. Under there, the Fool. I can't make it up. The Devil. The Eight of Swords. That's mind games and manipulation. The Knight of Cups to a Nine of Swords. Are you fucking kidding me? That's someone who says, I love you out of convenience. It's not working for you anymore, Cancers. It's keeping you stuck. It's keeping you trapped. And remember, the devil energy presents to you on a plate what it thinks you want. That's why it's so tempting. That's why it's the devil energy. But also the devil energy has no power. The only power that it has is the power you give it. And for a while, you were giving it power. You were giving it credence for a while. And that is a cause for celebration. The fact that you're concluding this. It's full circle. Like, nah, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm having my brand new beginning. I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to take the risk on myself because I tell you what, anything else, it has to be better than what I've currently got. It has to be. What else for Cancers, please? Honestly, Cancers, your readings have been so difficult for such a long time, with people taking advantage of your good nature. Like, seriously. Vertigo, sacrifice, and protection. So we're going to take that as your full healing message, and we're going to do these two intuitively, okay, because we're running out of time. Right, so vertigo, whatever you choose will be correct. So Cancers, you have full utter, absolute control over this situation and over your life, okay? If you choose to try and make this situation work for you, more power to you, okay? And if you choose to leave this situation, that is the key to ultimate freedom. Because remember, your key, it can keep things locked away, and it can keep yourself locked away as well. If you're okay with being in your little bubble here, that's fine. That's completely your decision, okay? Your key can unlock stuff, and it can lock stuff away. So what are you going to do with that key? The key is within your possession. That's what Spirit's saying. All you have to do is use that key. Okay, whatever you choose will be correct. Vertigo. And this one, sacrifice. What can you let go of? So you know deep down, you know exactly what you're supposed to do with that key. Alright, but Spirit's telling you, look, we will never fuck with your free will. Okay, Cancers? They can only give guidance and advice, but they can't force you to do anything. You know deep down what the correct course of action is in this situation. You know it. You know that you need to release something. It's not going to be easy, but it is doable. Okay? And then number 26. Set personal boundaries. Yeah. Okay, boundaries. It is time for you to set them. Small areas of ugliness are blinding you to the greater beauty that is your rightful environment. The girl of protection anchors herself softly in the present moment, yet her back of white thorns shields her from the negative naysayers of the outside world. She is not defined by her thorns, but she does keep them ready. Of particular significance with this card is setting electronic boundaries around phenomena like social media. At this time, people around you who have been allowed access to your space may not actually have your best interests at heart. Protect yourself, do not suffer fools, and do not be hardened by others' cruelty towards you. Have compassion for their wounded souls, and yet set firm boundaries. Just because they are hardened, it doesn't mean that you have to be. Be soft, but strong. Yeah. And also don't believe everything that you see on social media as well, Cancers. Okay. It's an interesting one, isn't it? Some of you could be dealing with a Gemini, or you could have strong Gemini placements in your own chart, because one of their main messages that came out was someone really wasn't sharing in their happiness either. Someone was begrudging their happiness and their success. And that's what that message that you've just got here with this protection card is the same. Set personal boundaries and be strong enough to enforce them. You can set boundaries all day long, but they mean fuck all if you don't enforce those boundaries. Okay? So that is what I have for you, Cancers. If you feel that a personal reading is going to be better for you, then you're more than welcome to place your booking with me at phoenixkeiatarot.com, the link for which you can find in my description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.